And they are helping you with this. The one thing universe is trying to fix for you now, what universe is trying to do for you is telling you, hey, look at this, pile number 2. There's a great job for you here. It's going to bring you more money. There's an exciting event for you here coming up. Go after it. There's something with like making you go after it. And then helping you to tap into your intuition here. Because there's like something that is so heavy in your reading. And it's making me tired and once again hopeless, and I feel depressed. And I feel like it's like, ugh, you know, and I feel like I'm stuck in like mud. But then there's something so light and so bright and so positive going on here. I feel like the guides are trying to get in touch with you through your intuition. We have Mercury here. They're trying to communicate with you. Mercury and Pisces, they're trying to communicate through your intuition, through that inner voice, to tell you there is something better for you. There is something better for you. It's only for you. It's a gift. It's our gift to you. It's this is yours. It's written maybe in your soul contract. It's written in your destiny. Something amazing, something better. And they are trying to help you detach from the old, to go after that new and to change your life in the most magical way. Magic and miracles with Andromeda here. Something is some situation in your life is making you lose touch with yourself. It's making you almost detached with your own spiritual gifts. And it's about you stepping into who you really are. It's about you unlocking your creative gifts. We have, once again, Andromeda here, heart-centered, highly gifted, creative, imaginative, intuitive, freedom seeker. Yeah, freedom, to help you find your freedom and to help you fully express and unlock your spiritual and creative gifts, because you have so much more to give. And life has so much more to give you. But there is a situation here that's just like sucking energy from you. And you have so much, we said that in the beginning, you have so much power. You're a very powerful soul, I think. And with it being a very powerful soul, I also think you have a very powerful destiny. And I do think, with the coins here, money coming to you, I think you have some good karma. I think you have a lot of blessings. You even have miracles, magic and miracles here. So there's a big potential. It's not even potential, it's ready to come into your life. So you're in this shift, you're in this shift, and they're guiding you here. And they want it to happen as soon as possible. This is now, it's done. There's nothing more that needs to be looked at. There's nothing more that needs to be realized. You already seen the truth of your situation. You already seen the truth of what's going on. If you're dealing with people, they have already shown you their face. We have the 4th house here. 4th house could be family, mother, father, people that you live in, people that you live with, people in your home. But 4th house is also about your emotions, so this is very emotional. But you have already seen everything. You don't need to go there's no need for shadow work. Pile number 2, you've done a lot of shadow work, I think. Yeah, I think this is where your power comes from. You already seen everything. Now it's more about, okay, I've seen it. This is what it is. This is what these people are. This is how our relationship looks like, maybe. And this is what they're gonna give me. This is what I'm getting. And what do I do? What do I need to do now for myself? So they're trying to make you do something just for you, because somehow something would detach here. It's like you're walking. This is your own path, and your own path is gonna differ from other people. You're very different maybe from your family. You're standing out in some way. And with the white dove here, it's also detaching and letting go with peace and forgiveness, and just letting go, and okay, this situation now is outdated. Now I'm gonna move on. You've gained a lot of wisdom here. The thing is, sometimes you fool yourself that you're confused, but actually you're not. Yeah. So something with I don't know, it's sometimes it feels like you minimize yourself. I'm so confused, should I do this or that? But, if you just tap into yourself, your intuition is very clear. It's telling you exactly. And also, if you're dealing with difficult people, it feels like they really have shown you who they are. Trust it. Yeah, trust it. Judgment. Interesting. You are being asked to let go of all judgment and forgive those who judge you. We just said that with the white dove. Forgiveness is necessary here. So we got judgment and justice. For some of you, it could feel something with you carrying the burden. I don't know why you make it your responsibility to carry the burden. Yeah, some of you, it's not your responsibility to carry the burden of another person, or to carry the burden of your workplace. Or so for some of you, it's almost like you're scared. You feel maybe there's guilt or shame being used against you. You have to take care of your parents, you have to take care of your siblings, you have to take care of your colleagues, your family. You have to carry this. For some of you, this is a state of mind. You think you have, it's almost like you're somewhere subconsciously self-sabotaging and almost like you're punishing yourself because you don't think you're good enough. If this resonates with you, it could be like some very deep wound maybe. You don't think you're worthy of better, so it's like you're punishing yourself by staying in a lower vibration. And then you're stopping your own growth. I just want to take you and shake you. It's like, what? And something with where you are in your life is just like, okay, almost like you are at your workplace, and it's so obvious that you're so different from everybody around you. It's so obvious that you can go after a bigger life, a better life. It's so obvious that you're staying in a lower vibrational environment, even though you don't fit in there. And I don't know if you're trying to fit in this. I don't know why you think it's like almost like you're an elephant, you know. Funny I call you an elephant, but yeah, you know, with the elephant being tied with a rope, and then when they take off the rope, the elephant stays in the same spot because, you know, the ropes is the ignorance. You know, they think they're stuck, but they're not. So this is like something with you. You think you're stuck, but you're not. You think you have to carry out this responsibility. You. Let's look at more cards. Yeah, I feel like I want to shake you, just like a loving shake, and say, "Hey, you have everything within you." Like, I don't know, wake up almost. So look at the soul contracts. Yeah, you know what it could be, pile number 2. It could be that you're dealing with some very difficult soul contracts. Before you were born, you agreed to partake. Before you were born, you agreed to partake in specific experiences that assists in the evolution of your soul. And we have a number 13 here. 13 death. Yeah, it's really about cutting out those very heavy soul contracts. But I see you. Why are you working so hard? Why are you suffering and struggling so much at times? Maybe this is if it resonates with you, or I don't know. Let's look at more cards. Sun. So we have sun and fate. Wow, this is too funny. So we talked about an elephant, and I said it felt like you were stuck in the mud, and here we have stuck in the mud. Elephant is stuck in the mud. Yeah, we have the little bird here as well, and the bird is even facing this way. It's a little yellow cute bird here. It's like, hey, why are you going this way? We're supposed to go this way. And the elephant also feels like stuck in your old ways. There are certain things, certain mindsets and beliefs, you know, that are very old that you are carrying, and they're really helping you to break free from this. And I think, you know, they're gonna have to. We're gonna do 3 more tarot cards. Yeah. There needs to be a lot of energy coming into your life, I think, to motivate you or to make this shift happen. And for some of you, like I said, you're completely ready. I think you can deal with this shift very easy. For some of you in pile number 2, there needs almost to be, you need to, like a boost almost. Let's do 3 more tarot cards. And I think we're gonna use another deck. Which should I use? Okay, let's just wait. Okay, let's just take this deck. It's the same deck as the main card here. So Okay, we have 3 cards. Let's do these 3 cards. We have 6 of Cups. Go to this card. We have 3 of Wands. And we have Page of Cups. This is good. But 6 of Cups, you know. Yeah, it's like you need to come alive again. You need to believe in life again. You need to believe in yourself. You need to find the magic again. 6 of Cups, you know, made me just feel like reconnecting with your inner child and remembering, like, because it's like you're carrying some heavy burden, and maybe life has been very difficult for you, and now you're just walking around with this heaviness, forgetting about all the softness and sweetness that you have within you and all the power that you have within you. Some of you are really placed in the wrong place, or you're staying in the wrong place. You're staying with those family members that keep on hurting you. You're staying in that workplace where you actually don't fit in. You're staying in that house or neighborhood even though you have it's not your place. I want to take you and I want to move you. I want to take you and I want to move you, because it's almost like you're in a prison. Energies around you. So anyways, it's very easy to get stuck in this dark energies. Like I'm even doing it now in the reading. So get you to raise your vibration. So it is interesting because we have Andromeda here, and I love Andromeda energy. It is very high vibrational. It's very colorful and playful. So, and we have so many dark cards here, and we had the death and the detach, and stuck in the mud, and the soul contracts and judgment and justice. There was so much heavy things going on here. So they're trying to help you make this shift. They are trying to help you make this shift and show you, look, there's something better for you. Go after a new job, move apartment, go chase a better apartment in a better neighborhood. Go chase your dreams. Go do it. They're trying to make you go after your dreams. They're trying to make you reconnect with your intuition, with the Page of Cups, your inner child, your creativity, and have more faith and trust in life again. Because there are good things for you. There are better things for you. There are, and it's really time to get to. Some of you are really stuck with some awful people around you, or just a job that's draining your energy, and it's really time to get you out of that. You can't stay in that energy. It doesn't suit you anymore. Pile number 2, it's not your energy anymore. It's not you. Slowly almost killing you. You're really making you, I keep feeling so heavy. Keep your eyes open. For some of you, if you're really stuck in the mud, they're gonna just throw a job at your face or bring you some money to change your life. For some of you, you really need that intervention. Very divine, very powerful divine intervention. It's gonna bring you abundance. To make you move. Because some of you have a little bit hard time moving from the old. Some of you have a tendency to be stuck longer than necessary. Much longer than necessary. Okay, pile number 2, this was your reading. If you want to share your story in the comment section, please feel free to do so. Either way, pile 2, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time.
What's up, y'all? It's Friday, April 25th, 2025. It is 10:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That was a pick a card reading from the Nordic Light. The Nordic Light. The one thing universe is fixing for you now ASAP, and I'm ready for it to be fixed ASAP. It is. I do feel stuck, no matter how much I, see myself for who I am now, I am stuck in, I feel stuck. I feel stuck in this home, in this environment. I'm ready for a new environment, but, the coins have not been there, in order to move into my own place. And this is my childhood home, so there are remembrances of, past pain. No matter how much I've evolved, I still it's like background noise, you know, and I live here with my mother, and, you know, of course I love my mother, but, you know, I came to the realization, no matter how much healing I've done, no matter how much shadow work I've done, it's like the relationship just, it's not healthy, you know. And I do feel like this area, this is my, you know, where I grew up. The city is Nine of Swords. It did come out reversed. I don't know what the reversed meaning is. This is a new deck for me. I don't know. It's just like I want to explore. I want to go. I don't want to be here anymore. I just feel like I keep hitting this. I really do feel like it's hard to grow. It's hard to become your higher self when in your, you know, if you stay in the city that you're from. And that's kind of the story behind the Chariot card, which is the Cancer card. I'm a Cancer rising. Is the Chariot is moving away from everything that they've ever known. Cancer rules the home, moving away from their home, moving forward to go, you know, explore. Nine of Swords reversed, facing your fears to receive their meanings and guidance. Let art and symbols speak to the unconscious using visualization, drawing, writing, or a dream journal. Open and challenge yourself with powerful questions. Nine of Swords, investigate your psychological turmoil. Question your fears. Understand where it comes from. Nightmares and illusions. Know you are not alone in this feeling. Reversed, being controlled by fear and worry. Use tools like visualization and journaling to work through issues. Challenge yourself with powerful questions. Like I said, this is a new deck. I perceive danger everywhere. So I feel like this is talking about perceiving things as being stuck, and this is a time that I really need to tap into visualizations and meditations to see myself out of this situation, to see myself in a new environment. Oh wow, seeing myself on a plane, on the go, and I keep getting in my self-care oracle to plan a trip. I just went to Maryland for an art show, getting deeper into my art and into my work will help me almost escape my 3D reality by using my thoughts, my mind, to put myself in new situations and new environments. So I went to Maryland last weekend for an art show, and this weekend I have my herbalist class on a farm. This is my second month. I will graduate as a herbalist in October. So just staying on the move. At one point I was, you know, when I felt more alive. So I've been working on my health, focused on my health. I've had to have iron infusions for iron deficient anemia. So when she said about like, it's like sucking my life force, that's exactly how I've been feeling for a while. And so I did have to kind of shut out everybody so that I could focus on what it is I need, what is draining my energy, what is not serving me anymore. And that's been a difficult process. So I've done 3 of 5 infusions. I have 2 more weeks to go. So next week will be number 4, and then I'll so 2 more weeks. Yeah. So anyway, what else let me get one more card. This is the Starman Tarot. This deck came to me in a dream. From my Reiki teacher, And so I went ahead and got it. I have, like I said, not really used it and not really connected with it. This is really, I feel like, my first real pull off of it, where I'm like in flow. They're deeply alchemical like pictures, and this deck was inspired by artworks created for David Bowie. So yeah, the Queen of Cups. Now you're stepping into your intuition. You're stepping into the right energy. All right, let's see what this Queen of Cups has to say. And the upright, thank you. The way the book is set up, we have the court cards are all together, and then they go into the numbered minor arcanas. So Queen of Cups, I am a conduit for powerful love, sensual, dynamic healer, intuitive, sexual. So I am going back to OnlyFans. I've been recording a lot of content, and this Nine of Swords talked about art and symbolism, and I really enjoy creating from a sensual place. I really enjoy the energy that I'm in when I'm listening to my music and I'm not getting in my head, Nine of Swords, about how it's going to be perceived or whatever. It's just a way for me to express a part of myself that has kind of been trapped away, that I've felt shamed about. Yeah. Sensual, dynamic healer, intuitive, sexual, and otherworldly, the Queen of Cups demonstrates your gift of emotional intelligence, a rich empathy, creativity, and understanding. Creating this card was a truly joyful experience. This archetype resounded so richly in my mind, symbolizing the possibility of life brimming with a magical energy. We have simply forgotten how to see and experience it. I wanted to bring out the animalistic nature of this Queen card. Animalism comes from the Latin word anima, or breathe, spirit, soul, breath, spirit, soul. This belief system holds that objects, places, and creatures possess a distinct spiritual essence. Even words can be infused with spirit. We see the old broken television in the card releasing a spirit into the waiting cup as an ibis woman reaches for it in reverence. This refers to the Egyptian belief where birds had a special magical power, flight, the possible source of our image of winged spirits, angels. The entire environment of this card is vibrantly alive and interactive. Sticks become tiny Alberto Giacometti beings, busying themselves around the queen, an idea replicated in children's stories such as Pinocchio, where the wooden puppet eventually turns into a fully fledged human boy. Again and again, we see life, consciousness, and emanating from mere wood or metal. Little glass girls and fairy tales, toys coming to life when adults leave the room. In this context, we can fully accept the life in the normally inanimate objects. Yet we forget that the chair we sit on is made from the same energy as us. All life springs from the same source and is animated by the same energy. Animism is a theme which draws me throughout this deck. The idea of ordinary things becoming conduits of the miraculous plays out strongly in this idea, the extraordinary and the ordinary. We are all, in fact, miraculous forms of technology, spirit technology. The fact that as yet science has still no idea of why we possess consciousness, tells us that life is so much more mysterious than we can possibly imagine. To connect with the wonder of your own existence is the path back home. The Queen of Cups is therefore concerned with matters of the heart. It signals acceptance and a rich empathy and understanding of the nature of things. To feel your inherent empathy with your fellow creatures, to be emotionally intelligent and fully expressed, unashamed, and I said the word shame, unashamed of what your imagination is capable of conjuring. There is so much to be gained from listening deeply within, giving credence to the dreaming world, and being a bridge between the two. The Queen of Cups, watery part of water, open to sensuality, seeker of desires and potent pleasures, rich empathy, creativity, and understanding. Thank you. And yesterday, also in the self-care oracle, I got sex, and I have been celibate. I don't know. I don't really count how long. When I go into these phases, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I put it on my calendar, so when I do want to know, I can go back and look, but it's not something like I'm keeping a track of. Like, it's been such and such days. I mean, if there's no one there, there's no one there, so you don't really think about it, you know what I mean? But I made sweet love to myself yesterday. It had been a while, so that felt really good. I also got the pleasure card yesterday in the African goddess oracle, which I don't use often. So, free from judgment. And I did post yesterday some of my more creative, sensual work, and it always feels a little weird to put that work out. So yeah, most of that content usually is gonna be on OnlyFans, and OnlyFans is just like my little private world, the dreamer's den. It's just a place where I can be completely myself, completely comfortable. I don't have to stick to any, I can have my music playing. I can just be completely in flow and live the life of the artist that I am. So anyway, I'm thankful for this deck. I'm thankful for this first real pull off of the deck. The first real pull off of a deck is always like something that I'll remember, keep in mind, every time I pull the deck. So I'm going to close it out because I got my 2 cards. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we have the 3 of Wands, waiting for my ships to come in, a whole new world, a whole new adventure. 3s connect back to the Empress card because it's the 3rd card. And for the bonus card, I release old habits and embrace new ones. Affirmation at 10:42. At 10:42, 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7, divine message. And the bonus card we have is the King of Swords. The King of Swords, we have the King and the Queen. We have the King and the Queen, which makes me feel very balanced in my masculine and my feminine energy. The Queen of Cups, allowing myself to feel the sensuality, the creativity, the intuition, the flow of life, the flow of my feminine energy, while being very connected to my logic and having a process. Part of what I posted yesterday, which I rarely do, was to show both sides. Literally me in the vibe, dancing. I put on a dress that I've had for a while that I just have not had the opportunity to wear out somewhere. And so I said, I'm feeling really good. I got back, I had a polyp removed that came back non-cancerous. So benign. So that was really exciting for yesterday because, like I said, I've been dealing with some health things. And then last year, so this is my second growth I've had removed that's been benign. I had one a growth removed from my forehead, right around my hairline, this little mark right here, and that was benign. I came back Rose-Dorfman disease, which is really weird, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. And so after I posted on Facebook this sensual OnlyFans vibe, I got a call from a client that needed support in that moment. And so I posted a little bit of that conversation, not verbally because I hold the work, but just me doing my work. I'm literally in the same dress, talking to this person who had gotten some very devastating news yesterday. So to be able to show people all the pieces, all the pieces to me, I can be fun, I can be, I can let my inner child play, but I can also be very serious. I can be very business minded. There's all the things. I don't have to really explain it. I can just move forward in the world in a more integrated 3 mind, body, spirit 3 in a more balanced way. So we have the King of Swords, Prince of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords. I believe in a fair world for all. The serious, high-minded King of Swords sees it as his duty to rule and govern his kingdom with absolute fairness and equality. He gives scant attention to his emotional life, perceiving it to cloud his judgment. When he has to make difficult decisions that affect people's lives and livelihoods, he is careful to foster environments resounding with positivity, supported by clear laws that nurture human dignity. He believes every human being is born equal and innocent and has the right to be valued, respected, and treated ethically. It is the responsibility of a civilized society and its governance structure to foster the conditions whereby men and women alike have the opportunity to fully contribute and realize their potential. Ooh. I did a recent, I've just been exploring all forms of creativity, and I wrote a piece, and it's 11 minutes and 33 seconds of basically this type of energy where it is the responsibility of a civilized society and its governance structure to foster the conditions whereby men and women alike have the opportunity to fully contribute and realize their potential, to live in their purpose. He knows it is horribly detrimental to us all when people are dehumanized, objectified, humiliated, and treated as a means to an end. It poisons society. He sits astride his throne, a monumental electric chair, demonstrating his invincibility and tolerance to pain. A formidable, fearless leader and arbitrator, he is the consummate professional who calmly sizes up any situation with remarkable speed and accuracy, applying a hawk's eye view of events and potentialities. The lunar module on fire shows that once a decision is made, there is no going back. He removes all escape routes with the same ingenuity and energy as Alexander the Great. The mandrill baboon at his feet displays his choice of fierce, powerful allies, belying the fact that beneath the king's facade is a very sensitive, caring man. As a father, he is perceived cold and clinical, a firm disciplinarian and taskmaker. Underneath all this, he loves his children deeply and only wants the very best for them. He regards it as his duty to raise his children in responsible, capable adults and citizens, persons able to use and exert their intellect while mastering their emotions for the betterment of mankind. As a lover, he is to the point, organized, and reliable. He requires his partner to be an intellectual equal while respecting his personal freedom and control. The King of Swords indicates you are in a position to critically assess powerful situations around you, aligning them with your ethics and your belief that everyone should be given a fair chance to learn, grow, contribute, and prosper. Given a clear perspective, you can calmly formulate a workable plan and strategy to pursue an ideal no matter what the obstacles. Putting emotional concerns to the side, it invites you to gather the facts and information and analyze them critically in order to put forward a logical, workable solution and resolution for all. The King of Swords, earthly part of air. Gather all the facts, synthesize a logical solution benefiting all, resilient to pain. Use your intellect to grow and prosper. Pursue your ideals. Love that. Love that. And we have the Three of Wands. I expand my horizons. The Three of Wands suggests you're moving ahead with success, confident you are aligning your skills and talent to achieve something of value, not only for yourself but for others too. Whether you have set your sights on furthering a career or business to support yourself and perhaps other dependents, you feel that you are being called by life to manifest something of significance. You sense a growing purposefulness in your character, having clearly understood what is important to you and how you might change some small part of the world in front of you for the better. In this card artwork, a strong figure stands with his back to us, overlooking a mystical cityscape of jeweled towers and turrets. A wand is held securely in his left hand, an offering or signal. A series of extraordinary tentacled creatures hover before him, emanating energy traces that warp the sky. From the calm, solid countenance of the man, we can assume these creatures or mystical entities are benevolent and are attracted to him. It is as if they are there to bestow some gift or exchange, and we see the one drawing close on his left is releasing a shower of gold pieces. This figure stands in his power, confident and ready to receive the riches and energy they bring because he is clear about the greater purpose this abundance will serve. In his book, Power versus Force, the professor David R. Hawkins describes how influential and powerful figures in the world emanate warmth and sincerity, openness, treating everyone as an equal, above all aware of the responsibilities of their position. This success carries with it an opportunity and obligation to be the very best one can be. He points out that very successful people realize they are a channel acted through to create success in the outer world with little anxiety about losing their status and success. This solid confidence comes from the knowledge that the source of their success is inside them, the quality of being, rather than something out there that they need to exercise control over. There is a clear distinction to be made. Force is something you have to apply to move something, to gain momentum. Power, on the other hand, is something that you emanate and have complete access to anywhere, pushing away versus pulling in. When the factors of power are fully understood, all fear of threat or being diminished by circumstances fades away and you can move forward. An example of true power is seen in the logic-defying strength of great energy masters practicing Qigong. Often small, seemingly fragile people can withstand even the most sustained and violent attack without any need to resist with force because they are able to channel chi, the flow of energy in the universe. Through themselves, the Three of Wands calls you to connect with your inner power, the attractor force that draws things towards you and enables you to expand your horizons. Work on crafting a compelling vision for yourself that inspires and empowers you to develop your talents, your connections, and attracts the people, resources, and opportunities you deserve. I deserve support. That was I deserve the support and resources needed to fulfill my divine destiny and purpose. That was the affirmation that came to me earlier this week. Three of Wands, grasp the opportunity, putting your plan into motion, giving the idea space to breathe and find its own path. And so I just happened to pull these cards because hearing this pick a card reading, I just felt like I needed to pull these cards, and it really did kind of go well with the cards that I pulled first, because I was pulling cards because I was like, okay, I've been in my head saying I need to do a pick a card reading. I hadn't been able to do a pick a card reading because I was focused on my own healing for the last couple of weeks. And we are approaching the new moon in Taurus in the next few days. I'm not sure exactly when because I haven't been led to do it. So the moon is in Aries, so at 4 degrees and a Cancer degree. This is exactly conjunct my midheaven. So that means in probably about the 27th, maybe Sunday. Yes, Sunday is when we will have the new moon in Taurus. And like I said, today is Friday, so I was feeling at 10:55 a.m. Thank you. I was feeling like, okay, I feel like today is the day to do this pick a card reading. Taurus season, the only thing that I have in Taurus is my Chiron, the wounded healer. And so I feel this momentum building, and Uranus is about to move into Gemini. So this is the last of Taurus, Uranus and Taurus for me in my 11th house and my progressed 10th house of career and legacy. I've gone through so much transformation during this time that I'm ready. So I started pulling cards to see if I should be recording, and the first card that I got was from Love Your Inner Goddess, was Angel of Truth. I have something to say. I have a message to give. And then I got on the bottom of the deck, Priority of Purpose. It's part of my purpose. So yes, move forward, and it is time because you're a divine badass. Show people all the sides of you. Showing the sensual side, and then like I said, right after that video I showed the work that I do with other people. It's okay to show multiple sides of yourself. People need to see that you're not only one thing. You're a divine badass. You do a lot of things, okay? And so then I went into the highly sensitive tarot for more confirmation as to the energies, really just the overall energies of the day, going from a place of isolation, heartbreak. I'm not really sure what these, I mean, I can kind of grasp an idea of what these cards are, but then I feel like these could potentially be me. I have been going through kind of like a dark night of the soul, been by myself, kind of healing after a heartbreak. Threes, if I just saw the Three of Cups in my head, the Three of Cups, leaving behind old friendships, leaving behind old groups and things like that, moving forward. The Seven of Swords is about moving forward, being sneaky, but also it can also be being strategic, you know, being strategic with my energy, going into the dark, veiling myself, doing what I needed to do in order to heal from the pain that I was feeling around certain situations. But in the center of the reading, we have the Queen of Pentacles moving into my destiny, and I keep getting, you know, plan a vacation. So I went out of town last weekend. I'm planning on catching a flight because I keep seeing myself on a flight going out of town soon and very soon. Then we got the Ace of Pentacles. She's in front of her computer. She's calm. She's relaxed. She's in her element. She's doing her work. New opportunities. New opportunities on the computer, connecting with more people, connecting with people that will embrace me. And Knight of Pentacles, it's not this knight is not on a horse, but it is moving. In the traditional tarot, the Knight of Pentacles is more a standstill energy. It's stable, it's practical, coming in. But in this one, he is jogging, he's moving. He's not moving as fast as he would if he was on a horse, but slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. And then on the bottom of the deck, there's so much pleasure. If you think about cupcakes, cupcakes are pleasure, the sweetness of life. You have so many opportunities that you can tap into to enjoy the sweetness of life. So I think I am ready. I didn't want to read this stuff on camera, but I'm gonna read it when I get off of camera. So I don't know. Let's see, because I'm already 46 minutes in. But this is the truth. This is the truth of how I get ready to do my work. You know, it takes as much time as it takes. I need to make sure that I am in the best position. I need to make sure that I have cleared out my own energy so that way I can be a better service to the public, to the world. Angel of Truth. In a reading, the truth wants to be told, needs to be heard. It may seem like the whole world wants to believe in a lie, and so you wonder if you're crazy, if you're the only one who is thinking differently and desiring the real story to emerge. Yet those that fight King of Swords, the truth, yet those that fight against the truth are even more in need of it. You needed to say this message out loud. Somebody will watch this that needs to get this message. There can be no healing, no freedom, no moving on without it. You are going to be blessed with a truth revealed, a realization about yourself, the world, or others that will bring you relief. It will happen at the right time, and it will set your soul free. Spiritual guidance. Sometimes the lies we are repeatedly told become so familiar that we forget that they are lies and begin to believe that they are real. Maybe it's someone judging us that is the lie. Maybe it's advertising and the media, which are often more about deceptive manipulation than a source of correct information. Whatever the source, all truth teaches us the same thing, that we must be afraid and hate each other. When we are fed with so many false truths, it can become too hard to remember what real truth feels like. It can even start to seem like the truth doesn't matter as much as being able to convince another person to accept your point of view. This is like poison for the soul. The soul needs truth like the body needs air. It keeps it alive. Deep in your soul, you know what is true, and you know when you or anyone else is not being truthful. You are sensitive enough to know that only truth feels good for you. You must give yourself permission to be truthful with your own soul and live honestly, authentically, and bravely in this world. It is the only way for you to really be you. The angel of truth comes to you with the protection, and with protection encourages you to put your faith in truth. because it will always shine stronger than any lie. Sacred ritual. Place one hand lightly on your throat and say the following aloud. I now release any lies, gossip, curses, or deceptions made by me or against me in this in this or any lifetime. Through divine love, mercy, and compassion, my entire being is now blessed and cleansed. I am free to live, love, and express my truth in all its shining glory. Ashe, Amen, Amen. If you know, you know. And I'm going to actually read the bottom of the deck next. Priority of Purpose. Card number 30. Priority of Purpose. In your reading, you are a dreamer. You are also meant to be a doer. It's the right time to cast off some of the demands on your time and attention that are keeping you from pursuing your true purpose. If you have many dreams, that's fine, but it is wise to focus on what you can do now. Allow your other dreams to percolate in the background for a while. When it's time to attend to them, you'll know. For now, do what you can and don't be afraid to make a sacrifice or two along the way. Those sacrifices will be repaid in more ways than you currently know. You won't lose anything by dropping the distractions and going for it. Spiritual guidance. Making a choice can be hard, as if to say yes to one thing, you have to say no to 15 other things. Remember that saying no is just saying not right now rather than never. There is a higher plan for your life that includes all of your passions. You can do it all, but just not all at once. Your soul knows how to build your most inspired and beautiful divine life as though it were building an extraordinary temple for your spirit. It knows that the foundations need to be prepared and the walls built before the windows, doors, and skylights can be installed. The roof may be absolutely one of a kind, incredible, but if you try to lay the roof before you built the walls, you're going to have some problems. There is a certain order to how things need to happen, which the soul intuitively knows. That is why listening to the soul and trusting your inner guiding voice makes more sense than trying to accomplish everything straight away and ending up with so much less than you deserve for all that effort. Every moment, patience, and sacrifice that you make now is stored up by the universe as a sweet grace that you will receive back later as everything falls into place so perfectly. Tune in and trust your soul to show you how to gain everything you ever dreamed of, one simple step at a time. This has been a big thing for me because so much has been coming through, so many downloads, and I'm like, feeling pressured to do one thing, but it's like something is kind of like, well, it's not ready yet, but it's like when you kind of involve other people, because I did for some of the projects that I have, I need people, they have the resources, they have the things that I need in order, and so it's like, but once you say it and you talk about, hey, this is what I would like to do, now you've involved other people, and so now it feels like there's like a pressure. Sometimes it's, not direct pressure, but it feels like a pressure of like, okay, I haven't followed back up, don't feel pressured to make a move before it's time to make a move. All right. Sacred ritual. Write a list entitled, "This is what matters most to my heart and soul." Read your list aloud and then say, "I trust that my soul is blessed and will show me how to create my most beautiful destiny one step at a time." And then we have card number 2, Divine Badass. Okay? Divine Badass. I really like this card. In a reading, you may feel under pressure to conform, maybe to someone else's opinions or even to your own previous plans or ideas. Don't give your power to make choices away to another, whether it's a choice of what to believe or how to behave. Don't give away your power to the past if it will take you away from what you know is true now. True. Even if it seems to be more difficult in the short term, trust that living what you know is true and right for you is the only way you can gain the happiness and fulfillment that you want and deserve. Spiritual guidance. You are a beautiful divine rebel, a soul stirrer, one who rattles cages and rocks boats in the name of truth, love, and wisdom. You believe that we need to create a world that takes care of all beings. You won't be talked out of what you know is true deep in your soul. You refuse to be put down or manipulated by anyone. You won't let fear, yours or anyone else's, control you. You rebel against belief systems that would put doubt in your mind and fear in your heart. You are your own person, and you know that trying to fit in is only for those who are afraid to stand out. You don't insult yourself by trying to be anyone other than your true self. You know that you don't need to be like anyone else. You are amazing and valuable just as you are. You can inspire others to overcome their fears just by believing in the truth of your heart and going after what you want with passion and confidence. You're a badass in a good way. Sacred ritual. Time to shake what the Divine Mother has gave you. Let your body move freely with joy and delight as you shake, shimmy, strut, and spin. Know that you're shaking off any negativity, jealousy, disappointment, or betrayal. You are clearing your energy, becoming fresh and ready to be you once again, completely, defiantly, joyfully. That was great. I'm so glad that I read that on camera, because moving your body, like, that's the whole point of OnlyFans. It's me taking back my body, taking back my sovereignty after so many assaults, so many traumas. It's a way for me to be able to express my sexuality without being shamed for it. So this message actually came up yesterday too. And, you know, being completely myself and being the badass that I am, it brings a lot of projections, and I'm a highly sensitive person, and I can feel those projections. I can feel the jealousy, I can feel and I can hear the conversations that are going on. It can be very intense for a sensitive person that has abilities to, and it takes courage to just stand on that, to be bold and not let someone smush you down because it makes them feel insecure, or it makes them feel away, or people talking about you, it use the word betrayal. And that was kind of the message that I got from this, and I think I said that on camera, was like, it broke my heart, the situations that I have been through the last few months. But it made me see clearly, and it made me turn away and move away and veil myself, cover myself, hide, because my confidence and the way that I take care of myself, my self-care, to luxuriate, to put myself in a position where I feel completely comfortable in my own body. And now I'm ready to step back out and connect, But this is also me integrating both sides of myself, my shadow and my light. And they're both beautiful. My dark is beautiful. My dark is beautiful. It's mysterious. So, Let's see what the highly sensitive tarot has to say. Three of Swords. Three of Swords. I kind of have the message that I needed from it, but let's just see what the book says since we have read from the book on all the other ones. Emotional pain. I feel like this is the past. That's why it came out first. Emotional pain, grief, disappointment, healing. I embrace my vulnerabilities as opportunities for growth and transformation. During this time, you're going through a period of deep heartbreak and vulnerability. It's okay to show your emotions and indulge in grief because this is part of the healing process. The painful experiences that invade you may seem overwhelming, but they also serve as opportunity for emotional cleansing and renewal. Recognize the opportunity for personal development and growth that lies amidst the darkness. This pain is part of your journey that can ultimately lead to inner peace and self-understanding. Seven of Swords. Swords, swords, three of swords, seven of swords, tactics, caution, alertness, cunning. I respect my boundaries and only share as much as I want. The seven of swords encourages you to listen to your inner voice and not make hasty decisions. It may be time when tactics and caution are required to overcome obstacles and protect you from possible deception and manipulation. Trusting your ability to make wise decisions and be ready to act skillfully and cunningly when necessary. The cloaked person symbolizes the need to hold back for now and observe information before acting. It could be that you are in a situation where you don't want to fully reveal and show yourself. What situation in your life currently requires tactics and restraint? That was the past. That was the past situation. I had to go inside myself and listen to my intuition and detach myself from people, places, and things to be able to see clearly, to be able to focus on my sight. Focus on my sight. Focus on what I can see clairvoyantly. Focus on the patterns, just recognizing what's going on. Not being blinded or deceived anymore. Not being deceived anymore. Queen of Pentacles, abundance, self-love, self-care, caring, and generosity, material well-being. My success is reflected in my generosity and contribution to the world. Your wisdom and experience have made you a strong and confident person who is self-sufficient and able to make wise decisions. You know how to use and increase your material resources wisely in order to live a full and comfortable life. At the same time, the Queen of Pentacles reminds you to be generous and caring for both yourself and others. You're allowed to indulge yourself and give yourself the best while at the same time giving support and love to others. How could you treat yourself more generously and give yourself more self-care and appreciation? Ace of Pentacles. Beginning of material abundance, success, and prosperity, seeds of potential manifestation. I am ready to attract more abundance into my life. The Ace of Pentacles cards reveals a woman in a cafe who is retired with her laptop. I am retired. I retired in 2020 with her laptop to work and research on a new project. You too have the unique talents and abilities waiting to be used and developed. It's time to explore your ideas and turn your vision into reality. The laptop symbolizes access to knowledge and information. Use these resources to educate yourself and prepare yourself practically for your project. Walk boldly and trust that you can attract the abundance of life. The time is right for prosperity and success. What idea is dormant in you, waiting to be brought to life? Two of Cups. Two of Cups. I just got a message from the Two of Cups. Soul connection, emotional depth, relationship potential, mutual attraction. I open up to the magic and beauty of love in my life. The card radiates the magic of the coming together of two souls who understand the complement each other on a very special level. It could be a close friend, a partner, or even a soulmate connection. In this soul connection, you will find understanding, support, and the feeling of being completely accepted just as you are. It is a connection based on trust, openness, and deep respect. The card encourages you to honor and nurture this soul connection. Who in your life is showing signs of a strong soul connection? How is this connection expressed? Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Purposeful character, determination and realization to material matters and health concerns. I see setbacks as lessons and I grow from them. My success is inevitable. The Knight of Pentacles appears in your life to remind you of the importance of perseverance. Perseverance and determination. It said perseverance twice. You are like a marathon runner who is persistent and focused on pursuing your goals. A healthy lifestyle and a balanced diet are also important in order to have the energy and stamina for your projects. Take care of your physical and mental health to be your best. What could you do to find a healthy balance between your pursuit of goals and your self-care? How could you also take care of your health and well-being on your way to success? And I started this by talking about the health challenges that I've been experiencing, and how even though I want to serve, I have to make sure that I take care of myself, Queen of Pentacles, first, and make sure that I am doing my herbalist class. I think I said that too, to start learning more about nutrition and just how to make healthier decisions. So we have the Seven of Cups, variety of temptations, emotional meaning, inner desires, decisions. I choose consciously and carefully what really fulfills me. As a woman is surrounded by an abundance of tempting sweets, so are you surrounded by a multitude of possibilities. In this moment of decision and inner dialogue, it is important to explore your deepest desire. Remind yourself that not every temptation or desire has to be realistic or lastingly fulfilling. Some may only give a short-term pleasure. The abundance of sweets can serve as an allegory for the various illusions and expectations in life. Take time to think about what you're really looking for and make your choice wisely. Choose paths that respect both your emotional and physical needs. Which of these temptations do you find most appealing? Very interesting. All right, so I feel like I am ready to step into the next part of my day, and get out of the bed, figure out what tea I need to drink, kind of get in my space to do this pick a card reading for this new moon in Taurus. I'm really excited about it. I feel like I've been gone forever, which I haven't, but you know, I took the time that I needed for myself, and now I'm ready to serve. So until the next time, namaste. The divine in me sees the divine in you. Peace, love, and keep dreaming.